What's going on, YouTube? So, look, it's been a minute, but we're back, and I'm going to teach you a dope concept. I'm trying to do it fast, but I want you guys to fully grasp the concept of what I'm getting at. So, if you want a dope passing chord, I'm going to give it to you in all 12 keys, and it's going to be given to you by teaching you 3 specific chords. Only 3. From these 3 chords, you will be able to play this dope passing chord. I'll show you. Not that one, but this one. Right there. Did you hear it? Did you hear that one? That tension driven. Look, boom. So this passing chord I use all the time. Anytime I'm trying to get to my landing chord, let's say I want to go from F to my D chord. I'll typically do a 7-3-6 to get there. Right? And so I'm landing on the 6, but I'm playing a 3 prior to the 6. And whatever my landing chord is, the chord that I'm going to play prior to landing on that chord is typically going to be a dominant 7 chord. And in this case, I'm going to teach you is dominant 7 flat 9 chord. Actually, we can just do it like this because I'm going to teach it this way. So before I land on my 6, I'm going to play this. Sorry, this. Or you could do it in the key of C, right? 7, 3, 6. See, I'm landing on the 6, but before I land, I'm playing a dominant 7 flat 9 chord, right? So I'm going to teach this to you by teaching you 3 chords. After you learn these 3 chords, you're going to be able to play it in all 12 keys. Whatever note you want to play is going to be easy to find. It's going to be the easiest thing that you ever heard of. But first, we need to learn a diminished 7 chord. Now, if you understand theory, there's realistically only 3 diminished 7 chords that exist. Okay? Because in these 3 diminished 7 chords, these 3 diminished 7 chords cover the entire piano scale. Because 3 times 4 equals 12, right? So if I'm playing 3 specific chords with 4 notes, that gives me 12, and it covers all, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I covered all 12. Now look, to form the first one, it's just a C, E flat, F sharp, and A. Now, if you look at my right hand, I can keep my right hand here, or I can invert the C over here, or this E flat I can take and invert over here, or right, and vice versa for this. You can invert it how you want, but for now, we're going to keep it this way and just invert it in our left hand. So in our right hand, we'll play this. In our left hand, whatever note we play in our right hand, if we play that note in our left hand, it will form that specific note as a diminished 7 chord. So look, playing C in my left hand, okay? So gives me a C diminished 7. But I'm also playing an E flat in my right hand, so I could play E flat in my left hand. If I play E flat in my left hand, it gives me now a E flat diminished 7 chord. Same thing, I'm playing an F sharp in my right hand. If I play it in my left hand, now I have a F sharp diminished 7. I'm playing an A in my right hand. Look, if I play it down here, it gives me that, boom. So I just played 4 out of 12 diminished 7 chords. And if I transpose up again like we did and do the same concept, play this E, G, diminished 7, B flat diminished 7, C, it gives me another set of 4 diminished 7 chords. And lastly, if I do it like this and do the same concept, it gives me that diminished 7 chord. So now I have all 12 diminished 7 chords by simply adding a single note in my left hand. Now, from these 3 chords right here, to play your dominant 7 flat 9 chord, look, dominant 7 flat 9, the example I gave you earlier. If I remove my left hand, look what I'm left with. It's just a diminished 7 chord. But what am I doing? I'm just playing a half step lower in my left hand to what I'm playing in my right hand. So let me make it make sense. So if I'm playing this specific one, let's start on this one, the first one we learned. If I'm playing this specific one right here in my right hand, whatever note I'm playing in my right hand, if I just take that note and play a half step lower in my left hand, whatever note I'm playing will form the dominant 7 flat 9 chord. So I'm playing a C, that's dominant C diminished 7. Half step lower from that is a B. So now that gives me a B dominant 7 flat 9 chord. So look, I'm also playing this E flat. Let's say I want to play a D dominant 7 flat 9. I just got to play that D in my left hand because it's a half step away from this E flat that I'm playing. Same thing with the F sharp. Look, if I want to play F dominant 7 flat 9, it's a half step away from this F sharp. So therefore I can play it. This A right here, what's a half step away? It's A flat. So that gives me an A flat dominant 7. Now the same concept works on the other 2 chords that we learned. So look, let's just do it. C dominant 7 flat 9. Boom. Half step away. Now we're going to play a half step away from the E. Boom. Half step away from the G. What is that? Half step away from the B flat. What's that? It's this A. And notice this is the same chord that I played earlier. But what did I do? I just removed the 5th, because I like to do that. I like to remove the 5 from the left, my right hand, and just play it in my left. So you could do that. You could do it like that. So boom. So again, for these specific diminished 7 chords, just take the half step lower and play it in your left hand, and that will form your dominant 7 chord. Okay? It's that simple. Boom. Hopefully this video makes sense. Hopefully you got something from it. But try it out. Try it in every single key. Boom. Dominant 7. I'm landing on a 6. So before I land on my 6, I'm going to play dominant 7 chord. Okay? Okay? Before I land on my 6, in the key of F, the 6 is the A. Sorry, the 3 is the A. And the 6 is this D right here. So before I land on my 6th chord, which is going to be a minor, I want to play this dominant 7 flat 9. Okay? Now you can do this on the 2-5-1 progression. You can play a 2-5-1 from the 5, play a dominant on the 5, play a dominant 7 flat 9 chord. You can just easily find it. Just look at the 3 chords that we just formed, okay, and just be like, okay, I want to land on a D dominant 7 flat 9. So what's a half step away? Oh, it's this E flat. So now I'm going to form my diminished 7 chord right here and just play the D in my left. Boom. It gives me my dominant 7 chord. Dope passing chord. Hopefully this video makes sense. Please subscribe. I'm back. About to be dropping more videos. Let's go. Peace.